ফেরাউন ছিল ইউযাববিহুনা আবনাআকুম, সন্তান ছোট ছোট বাচ্চাদেরকে হত্যাকারী। সারা ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়াইড আপনি দেখবেন এখন পুরো মুসলিম সভ্যতার মধ্যে, স্পেশালি মুসলিমদের মধ্যে বাচ্চাদেরকে হত্যা করায় কারা এগিয়ে আছে, কারা করছে এই কাজগুলা? ওই দেশটাই। অন্য কোনো শক্তি পারে নাই। আপনাকে মিলাতে হবে চেইনটা। ফেরাউন ছিল মেয়েদেরকে জীবন্ত রাখতো, মেয়েদেরকে রেপ করা, ধর্ষণ করা, কারাগারে নিক্ষেপ করা, মেয়েদের ইজ্জত নিয়ে ছিনিমিনি খেলা, মেয়েদেরকে এই মেয়েদের মধ্যে ফেমিনিস্ট রেভলিউশন ছড়া দেওয়া, মেয়েদেরকে এই যে মেয়েদেরকে দিয়ে সমাজে ফিতনা ছড়ানো, কারা করছে এই কাজটা? কারা করে যাচ্ছে এই কাজটা? মুসলিমরা করছে কি? এটা কি স্টার্টিং মুসলিমরা করেছে? মুসলিমদের মধ্যে কিছু মোনাফেক ওদের কাছে সোল্ড হয়ে গেছে, এটা আলাদা আলাদা আলোচনা।
Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa, and welcome to you to my channel, Sheikh Afghan. Oh, it is another channel. Welcome to you to my channel, Islamic Crusader Michaela Santa. Well, accordance with the topics, yes, today we are roasting Maulana Abu Toha Adnan in the topic of our what? In the topic of democracy versus Khelaphat. And now you have seen in the points that recently Abu Toha Adnan said, well, it is watching by my girlfriend Gal Gadot. Well, you can see that Abu Toha Adnan said that in democracy, I mean in the name of democracy, how Western countries spread feminism in our Islamic country like Bangladesh. And here the point is, if Islamic Islamic country like Bangladesh would contain Khelaphat, here Western country could not provide the feminist ideology in Bangladesh. It is the points accordance with Maulana Abu Toha Adnan. And at the same time, Maulana Abu Toha Adnan adds that when Bangladesh would be a democratic country, Western country can implant easily the feminist ideology in Bangladesh. Okay. It is the point accordance with Maulana Abu Toha Adnan. But here I am a supporter of democracy, and I know, well, democracy is in the base of proper lawful society where law is the base of our proper evidence in lieu of Sharia law where we need four witness to prove someone as criminals. Okay. Now here we can see, let's check at the points. And my today is misogynist democracy versus feminist Khelaphat. Okay. Now let's see. What is misogynist democracy? The misogynist democracy is the system to form the misogynist government of the misogynist people, by the misogynist people, and for the misogynist people. And what is feminist Khelaphat? Feminist Khelaphat is a feminist mullah can implant a Sharia law in a country. A feminist mullah can be the head of government in a country like Bangladesh? Because today's topic is about Bangladesh. Well, now where we can see the feminist ideology can shine in Khelaphat, and where we can see misogyny shine in democracy. First of all, here we can see that now here is a significant moment. If we can see some misogyny, misogyny is the best form of our society as gender equal law. Now it is the points. In Sharia law, here we if any women said, well, my father tortured me, here she needs 4 man witness or 8 women witness to prove her father as a torturer of the daughters. And here we can see, well, somebody we can say, if father is a good man, honest man in his professions and good man in his family, you can see there's well, father contains 20 man enemies and 40 women enemy. And here we can see, now a father can angry, a father can be angry with his daughter if daughter cannot solve the value of x, where the mathematical equation is 5 to the power 6 to the power x, enter multiple by, well, 7 to the power 6 to the power x, enter equal to 8 to the power 9 to the power 10. Here, and here we can say a father contains right to beat his daughter with stick or a sword if and only if daughter could not answer the value of x, where mathematical equation is 5 to the power 6 to the power x equal to 7 to the power 8 to the power 9. And here is the points. We can see this type of father is loved by all as a me, lesbian Michaela, and lesbian Gal Gadot, and lesbian wife Jonah. But for the daughters, father would be most hated father if he would beat daughters in the matters that daughter could not answer the value of x of where mathematical equation is 5 to the power 6 to the power x equal to 7 to the power 8 to the power 9. And that is the significant moment. But and now, where is democracy and where is Islamic Caliphate? Here we can see Islamic Caliphate contains the Sharia law. If father would beat daughters because daughter could not answer the value of x where mathematical equation is 5 to the power 7 to the power x equal to 9 to the power 11 to the power 13. Here, daughter would sue her father in court and she would say, "My lord, your honor, my father is a ruthless father and the cruelest father of the world because he beat me just because I could not answer the illogical mathematical questions." Well, what is illogical mathematical questions? To find the value of x where equation is 5 to the power 10 to the power x equal to 20 to the power 50 to the power 100. And here we and in that points she would brought the 20 man witness and 40 women witness. Now here we can see what is the Islamic Sharia laws statements. If I can if I can bring 4 man witness, in the base of 4 man witness, I can accuse someone a culprit, and in the base of the accusation, the second person to be accused would be sentenced in some 20 years prisons or 50 years prisons or cut off hand or death penalties. And here the point is, if I could not bring the 4 man witness, but I want to accuse someone as a culprit, here I have to bring 8 women witness. If I could not bring 4 man witness, but I could bring 7 women witness, I could not accuse someone a criminal. Now here the question is, daughter accused father as a criminal because father beat daughter with a bamboo stick because daughter could not answer the value of x where mathematical equation is 5 to the power 20 to the power x equal to 50 to the power 200 to the power 5,000. And here we go. She could brought 20 man witness, and at the same time she could brought 40 women witness. Now here 20 when my father would beat me a daughter because I daughter could not answer the questions or to find the value of x where mathematical equation is 3 to the power 6 to the power x equal to 30 to the power 60 to the power 120. And here we can in this it is the mentality of my father that how he is the educated man. Well, in this Bangladesh, here educated man contains 20,000 man enemy, and at the same time 40 million women enemy. And you can believe that it is easy for me, a daughter, to accuse my father as an oppressor criminals, uh, that I can bring 20 man witness and 40 women witness. Because here we can see when my father beat me, daughter, because I, daughter, could not answer the value of x, where mathematical equation is 3 to the power 5 to the power x equal to 7 to the power 8 to the power 9. Here, it is the level of my father's to be educated. And here we can see my father contains 20,000 men enemies. Here I have brought only 20 man enemies as a witness that I can say my father is an oppressor. And what about the Islamic Khelaphat? Sharia judge would support me, daughter, and send my father to the sentence of death penalty. It is the point. Well, here is the Islamic Caliphate. And now, let's say the same scenario, but the change is now the law is the democratic law. Okay. Here, I accuse my father that he is an oppressor criminal because he beat me because I could not answer the value of x of some particular mathematics. Well, now here in the democratic law, well, first of all, the democratic judge would go to my father that what was the mathematical equations that he beat me with a bamboo sticks or with a sword where I could not answer. Well, here the democratic judge would would ask the same question to me. Well, both of me and my father would reply that the mathematical equation is 50 to the power 500 to the power x equal to 5,000 to the power 50,000 to the power 500,000. And now it is the same points as the significant momentums. Well, and here you can see then the point is that the democratic judge would be frustrated on me and he would send me a sentence of death penalty and he would provide the verdict to my father as an innocent. But here the point is, I brought 20 men witness and 40 women witness. Yes. Yes. And where in this point, the democratic judge would send 20 men witness I have brought into death penalty, sentence of death penalty, and 40 women witness I have brought to be sentenced in death penalty by a democratic judge. Well, and because here we can see, well, this is the points of the fathers. Now, here's the question to my dear Maulana Abu Toha Adnan, that where is the points to be noted? Where is the points that through the process of democracy, Western country would promote feminist ideology? I could say that feminist ideology has been promoted in Islamic Khelaphat, because when I am feminist daughters, here I could send to my send my father to the sentence of death penalty just because he beat me with a bamboo sticks, just because I could not answer the value of x, where mathematical question is 3 to the power 6 to the power x equal to 9 to the power 12 to the power 15. And well, here is the significant momentums at the points, and that is the crystal significant points. And here we can see it is possible because, well, Islamic Khelaphat cannot tolerate father who teach their child to find the value of x from the mathematical equations of 3 to the power 6 to the power x equal to 9 to the power 12 to the power 15. Here is this, but a democratic judge support the father who beat his daughter because the daughter could not answer the value of x, where mathematical equation is 5 to the power 25 to the power x equal to, well, 6 to the power 36 to the power 216. Here we can see that how democratic judge provides the right to the father to beat the daughters in the process of proper education. Okay. Well, here and in this point, Sharia law supports daughter if daughters would not want a proper education from father. Well, and here my question is my question to Maulana Abu Toha Adnan is, who is the feminist promoter ideology, democracy or Khelaphat? Here is my question. Okay. Now, it is the first point at the moment. Now, the point is the second point. Here, you can notify this that here we can see the significant achievements as we could notify who is the further well. Now, second term is further contains 20 million United States dollars. And some, I apologize, further contains 51 billion, I apologize, further contains 52 billion United States dollars as a net worth of the property. Well, he contains one son and one daughter. Well, now here we can see one son, where we can see the parts. One son can generate a car. I mean, one son can manufacture a car with the velocity of 20,000 kilometers per second, where one daughter, the daughter can manufacture the car with the velocity of 40 kilometers per hour. Well, son can manufacture a car with the velocity of 20,000 kilometers per second. Daughter can manufacture a car with the velocity of 40 kilometers per hour. Now here we can see son is more capable to manage the business of his father, and daughter is just destroy. Daughter is just to destroy the business of father. Now here we can see. Well, now let's get facts. What is 52 divided by 3? Okay. Now 5 divided by 3 is 1, remainder is 2. Well, 21 divided by 3 is 7. Okay. Now we can see the points. Well, son get 34.7 billion United States dollars can as an inheritance. But inheritance, daughter, just forward a moment. Okay. Now here we contains here zero civic sense in my family. Zero civic sense. Here I am shooting the video in my house. Here some members of my family disturb my shootings. Well, let's get the topics. What is 52 what is 52 divided by 34? That is 22 divided by 4, that is 18. Well, now here we can see daughter can get inheritance of 17.3 billion United States dollars, where son can get inheritance of 34 1.7 billion United States dollars. And here is the problems. Because son can manufacture a car in the velocity of 20,000 km per second, where daughter can manufacture a car with the velocity of 40 km per hour. Now, son's manufactured car is more speedy than daughter manufactured cars, because son manufactured car is with a velocity of 20,000 km per second. But in the Islamic Khelaphat, according with the law provided by Islamic Khelaphat, son could get the inheritance of only of 34.7 billion United States dollars. On the other hand, what about the daughter? Daughter can manufacture a car with a velocity of 40 km per hour. And here the disturbance point is that daughter could get inheritance of 17.3 billion United States dollars. Well, it is a pun. But what if inheritance law would be from the democracy? Out of father's property with the net worth of 52 billion United States dollars, son can get the inheritance of 52 billion United States dollars. And what about the daughters? Daughter's inheritance is nothing. Well, now when daughter inheritance is nothing in the points, that is the significant achievement, as we can see the point. First, well, it is the justice for the child who can protect the business of father. And that is, here we can see the points. It is the democratic law. But what about the Khelaphat law? 17.3 billion United States dollars out of father's 52 billion United States dollars goes to the child who is just to destroy father's business. That means daughter. Now, my question is, which administrations promote feminism? Democracy or Islamic Khelaphat? Well, now here we can say that what is feminism? Well, anyway. Here we can say the feminism is only in the points, daughters are just to destroy father's business, but she can get a significant inheritance. That is feminism. Well, now, just for we can say, here it is my point that how we can say about the in Islamic Khelaphat, women can get the 1/3 inheritance from from the father, where father's net worth is 52 billion United States dollars, but at the same time, daughter is just to destroy uh, the father's industry and father's business. And here we can say that is the moment. Well, uh, Islamic Caliphate destroy the justice to son inheritance, where son can manufacture cars with the velocity of 20,000 kilometers per second. And where uh, protecting daughters' inheritance as 17.3 billion United States dollars out of 52 billion United States dollars, where daughter can manufacture car with the speed of 40 kilometers per hour is the definitions of feminism, and that is the definitions of Islamic Khelaphat inheritance law. And here, that is the points that I do not support Islamic Caliphate. When Maulana Abu Toha Adnan promotes Islamic Caliphate in the moments that he can provide the injustice is to the son in the topic of inheritance. Well, here is it is the points of inheritance points. Okay, and now when we are going to the topic of rape case, that here Maulana Abu Toha Adnan mentions, where in the rape case, topic of rape case, Maulana Abu Toha Adnan states that Western country promote feminism in rape case through the democracy in Bangladesh. Now, I would invite Gal Gadot that what is reality. Let's check it. Salam, Habibi. How are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Gal Gadot, and I am here with you. Well, I think you have heard the 30 minutes of my girlfriend Michaela's points. And here I would like to mention about the points about the rape case. Well, I have heard that Maulana Abu Toha Adnan states that when the topic is rape case or when the topic is gender violence cases, Western country promote feminism to Bangladesh because Bangladesh is a democratic country. And Abu Toha Adnan here mentions that if Bangladesh would be Islamic Caliphate country, if Bangladesh would be Islamic Caliphate country, Bangladesh would not, the provided the Bangladesh would not, well, let me take a breath. if Bangladesh would be Islamic Khelaphat country, according with Maulana Abu Toha Adnan, there is no feminism to be promoted by Western country, hence there would be no gender violence cases. Well, now I can prove that with the concept that Maulana Abu Toha is opposite to reality. Okay. First of all, here we can see here, right side is me, Gal Gadot, and left side is my brother, Henry Cavils. Okay. Now, both of we are just in like improper points. Well, this demonstration reference is written is Superman versus Justice League for the SDR. Uploader is Flashback FM. Okay, and here original copyright goes to Jack Snyder from Dynamic Comics Executive Universe, where Henry Cavill is in the role of Superman and I, Gal Gadot, is in the role of Wonder Woman. Okay, now let's see. Here is the gender violence between me, Gal Gadot, and my brother Henry Cavill. Well, now here we can see the points. I am beating, I apologize, I am hurting Henry Cavill more, and Henry Cavill is too strong that he can defeat me. Okay. Now, the gender violence cases goes to criminal code. And now, here I would talk about the Islamic Khelaphat in Bangladesh. I would talk about the Western countries like England, America, and Israel. Okay. Real life, I Gal Gadot am Israeli, and my brother Henry Cavill is Englander. Now, here we can see that is the significant moments at the significant points. Well, now here we can see here it is the harmful attacks on my brother Henry Cavill by me, and it is my brother Henry Cavill's defense. Okay. Now, what if the criminal code is the country of England? Where is the points? Henry Cavill would be verdict as an innocent, and I would be verdict as a criminal, and I would go to the sentence of death penalty, because I provide the harmful, dangerous punch to my brother Henry Cavill. It is okay in England. Now, well, it is okay in England that my brother Henry Cavill would be verdict as an innocent, and I can be proven as a verdict criminal in the case of gender violence between brothers and sisters. And here we can see I can go to the sentence of death penalty, and my brother Henry Cavill would be sentenced as an innocent. Well, the verdict would be from England court. Okay. What about the court of Israel? Here is the same points. I, sister Gal Gadot from Israel, and my brother Henry Cable is from England. When the gender violence cases between me, sister Gal Gadot, and my brother Henry Cables in Israeli court, here we can see the points. I provide an harmful, dangerous, violence punch to. I provide the violence attack to my brother Henry Cables, and brother defends himself from me. And here is the symbols. Here we can see in Tel Aviv court, in the base of evidence, I can be convicted, I can be verdict as a criminal, and I can go to sentence of death penalty, where death penalty can be, well, slaughtering my every of 206 organs. Okay. And here my brother Henry Cable can be verdict innocent. Well, here is the points. And here we can see, okay. And here we can say the points. But what if the criminal code would be in United States of America? First of all, let's talk about the New York Code. Okay, New York Code is under, we can say that the New York Code is under of whom? New York Code is under of a Democratic Party, where the leader of Democratic Party is Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris. And here we can see it would be difficult for or the moments. Well, here it 50% chance is that the gender violence cases between me, sister Gal Gadot, and my brother Henry Cable would be ignored, and 50% or 25% chance is that, well, I can be verdict innocent, and my brother can convict verdict as a criminal, but he would be sentenced in the 20 years imprisonment. And what about 25% probability? 25%, the rest of 25% probability says my brother Henry Cable would be verdict as a victim, and I am verdict criminals in the case, and I would be sentenced as a death penalty in electric chair. Okay. Now here it is the criminal verdict of the criminal court in New York, where New York is under Kamala Harris. But what if the criminal court is in Texas provincial state of United States of America, where the Texas provincial state would be under Donald Trump? Well, here the complete clarification is that here I, Gal Gadot, provide a harmful and dangerous puns to my brother Henry Cables. And in these cases, my brother can be verdict as an innocent 100%, and I can be verdict as a criminal in this gender violence case in the Texas Provincial Court of United States of America, and it is clear that I and Sister Gal Gadot would be sentenced in the death penalty, where death penalty would be electric chair with the voltage of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 volt, and it is okay for it. But now here I am talking about the points. What if I and my brother Henry Cables containing the gender violence case between me versus my brother would in or and only in Bangladeshi court, where Bangladesh is under Islamic Khelaphat. Here we can notify citizens. Here we can say notifies the significant moments is like that. 100% clear that I, Sister Gal Gadot, would be convicted as a victim, and I would be convicted innocent, and my brother Henry Cable would be verdict as a criminal, and he would be sentenced in death penalty with hanging system, hanging under the rope. But here we can see the evidence say my brother Henry Cable is innocent, and I, Sister Gal Gadot, provide an harmful, dangerous punch on my brother Henry Cable. Okay. Now here what I can do? Well, it is the actual evidence that I provide, Gal Gadot provide the harmful, dangerous punch to my brother Henry Cable, and my brother Henry Cable defend himself from my punch. And in these points, here we can see my father, Henry Cable can provide just the accurate evidence. But here I can provide what? I can provide almost 40 men witness and 80 women witness to provide a witness statement that brother Henry Cable persecuted me, Sister Gal Gadot. And in this base, here Islamic Khelaphat Bangladeshi court would sentence my brother Henry Cable as a death penalty and consider me as an innocent, where I am the actual criminal and actual innocent is my brother Henry Cable. Now, it is the points. Now, my topic is who is with administration is promoting feminism, Western democracy, or Islamic Caliphate. Okay. Now here we can see, here I am writing the significant moments. Well, here we can say about Batman. Well, and here we can see, here is my another, here is my husband, Ben Alfred. Well, my husband is real husband is Israeli, but here in this story, here my husband is Ben Alfred, an American, and me here is a Gal Gadot. Now we can say the here is points. What is the topic on the points here? Well, it is the topic is gender violence between me, wife Gal Gadot, and my husband Ben Alfred. Okay. Now here we can see the my husband Ben Alfred contains a case of gender violence against me, wife Gal Gadot. Here we can see the points. Well, here I am opening my sword to eliminate my husband Benjamin Alfred. Okay. Now here is the significant points. Benjamin Alfred. Well, and here we can see you can notify this Benjamin Alfred is my husband and I am his wife. Well, here is the gender violence between me and Benjamin Alfred. Now let's see. What is the verdict of United States Court? First of all, let's check on California Court, Federal Courts. Okay. Now here we can say California State is under Kamala Harris. When California State is under Kamala Harris, here we can see here is a 50% probability is that, well, here is 50% probability that the case would be rejected by Californian court, where case is about the gender violence between me, wife Gal Gadot, and my husband Benjamin Alfred. Okay. Now here we can see here is the sword, and here is clear that I open my sword to eliminate my husband Benjamin Alfred. Okay. Now what in this moment California court would reject this case because it contains no proper verdicts accordance with the Californian State Court under Kamala Harris. Well, now what is the risk of 50%? Well, 20% probability is that here we Californian court would say states the verdict that I am innocent, and the verdict of Californian court is against my husband Benjamin Alfred, and he would send the court would send Benjamin Alfred in 20 years imprisonment or 30 years imprisonment. Well, but what about the 25% probability? 25% probability is only in the base of the only in the base of the proper evidence where I clearly want to eliminate my husband Benjamin Alfred, and here is why I open my sword to conduct a first attack on my husband Benjamin Alfred. Here we can say that Benjamin Alfred is proper innocent and I am the proper criminals. Here 25% probability is that I would be verdict as a criminals and I would be sentenced in death penalty under electric chair with the voltage of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 volt. And here we go. Here is the proper points. Okay. Now my husband Benjamin Alfred is American and I am Israeli. Well, now here we can say two national courts would be justified. One is United States National Court and another is Israeli Court. Now let's say the scenario of Texas Court. What if the case would be on the Texas Court? In Texas Court, here we can see my husband. My husband Benjamin Alfred is a scared victim of the gender violence by me, criminal wife Gal Gadot. And here is the proper evidence. And that when the Texas provincial state is completely under Donald Trump, here we can see the Texas provincial court is in the base of 100% proper evidence. And what about the proper evidence? Well, I am the criminal wife Gal Gadot to eliminate my innocent husband Benjamin Alfred with opening my sword. Okay. And here we can say, well, here 100% verdict is clear that I would be sentenced in death penalty under electric chair with the velocity of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666,000, 666 volt. Here is the points is clear. Well, it is the justified points. Okay, now let's see about the Israeli code. Well, Israel and United States of America is considered as a Western country where the case is between me, Israeli girlfriend Gal Gadot, and American husband Benjamin Alfred. Okay. And now, here we can see the points. In Tel Aviv Code, well, Tel Aviv Code is the base of proper evidence, 100% proper evidence. Haifa Criminal Code is in the base of 100% proper evidence. Well, neither Tel Aviv Code believe in witness evidence nor High Court believes in witness evidence. And what is the point? Here the proper evidence is clear that I, the criminal wife Gal Gadot, provide the gender violence on my innocent American husband, Benjamin Alfred. Hence, we can say that accordance with Tel Aviv courts, I would be sentenced as a death penalty under burning room, under a room with the inside temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666,666 degrees Celsius as a inside temperature of the room. Outside temperature is 20 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Celsius as well. Okay. Now, here we can see Benjamin Alfred is proven innocent. His verdict innocence in Tel Aviv court. Okay. Now here we can see what about here we can see the points. What about High Court? High Court gives the actual evidence that in the gender violence between me, wife Gal Gadot, and Benjamin Alfred, I am the criminal wife Gal Gadot, and my American husband Benjamin Alfred is innocent. Hence, accordance with Israeli Haifa courts, I would be sentenced as a death penalty with the burning chamber under the temperature of 666 multiplied by 10 to the power 666 trillion, 666 billion, 666,000, 666 degrees Celsius. It is the point. Okay. And now let's say about the Bangladeshi code. Well, we have mentioned that how the Western democratic court works in the case of gender violence between one man and one woman. And here we can see if the case of gender violence between me, Israeli Gal Gadot, and Israeli wife Gal Gadot, and my American husband Benjamin Alfred in the Bangladeshi court, where Bangladesh is a Islamic Khelaphat country. Now we can say this. Accordance with Sharia law, accordance with Sharia law, either of my husband Benjamin Alfred, or me, Israeli wife Gal Gadot, would provide 4-man witness or 8 women witness. If I could not provide 4-man witness, I should provide 8 women witness. On the other hand, my American husband Benjamin Alfred should provide 4-man witness. But if he could not provide 4-man witness, he should provide 8 women witness. And I am in women's. Well, I Gal Gadot and am women. Hence, in this case, I can provide 200 man witness and 400 women witness. Yes, to state that my American husband Benjamin Alfred would beat me and he want to eliminate me. Okay. Here I can 200 man witness and 400 women witness against my husband, Benjamin Alfred. But my Benjamin Alfred is a man. Well, when my Benjamin Alfred, my American husband, is a man, well, in this case, man contains only the actual evidence and he could not provide 8 women witness. Well, every woman would support me in the gender balance between me, wife Gal Gadot, versus my husband Ben Alfred, because and only because is I am woman. Okay, but on the other hand, since my husband Benjamin Alfred is man, in this case, 4-man witness is not ready to state that Benjamin Alfred is innocent. In these cases, we can say okay, here we can see the points. In these cases, Islamic Khelaphat Bangladeshi judge would send me the verdict where the verdict is I am innocent, and the verdict for my husband Ben Alfred would be he is a criminal in the gender violence cases, and he would be sentenced in the death penalty under hanging the rope or slaughtering on his neck. And here is the points that how I can be released as verdicted innocent where I am the actual criminal of the gender violence between me, wife Gal Gadot, versus my husband Benjamin Alfred. Okay, and the verdict is from Islamic Khelaphat Bangladeshi court. Okay, now here is my questions from my brother Maulana Abu Toha Adnan, that which administration promote feminism? Me, why Gal Gadot is asking to my Maulana Abu Toha Adnan that which administration provide feminism, Islamic Khelaphat or Western democracy, where Western democracy is provided by Jewish community and Christian community. Okay, and here is every point I have mentioned. Well, okay, here we can see what about the flash at the moment. Well. And here we can see it is the same patterns as the significant moment. Well, in low effort videos, my girlfriend Scarlett Johnson would discuss her points about the gender violence cases in the points that who is better, Jewish Christian democracy or Islamic Khelaphat. She would speak the points at her moments, and she get everything as the points. Okay. Now see you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.